You know what's really funny? I say that, I enjoy my time with fighting games and things like that. I'm primarily a Smash player, and I do like other, 2D fighters as well, but every time I pick one up, like Marvel Tokon, it reminds me that I need to actually lab to be good at the game. You know what I'm saying? It actually takes time to learn the very specific mechanics of each fighting game because they're all so distinct and unique with different mechanics and different characters that have different moves and frame data. So it's a lot of studying, and that's definitely something that I don't think I'm gonna mind doing at all for Marvel Tokon. And the only reason that I didn't lab as much as I probably should or could have during this beta was because it was a beta. We only had it for the weekend, and I already was working a lot, so I had very limited time to play it. But with the little bit of time that I did have, oh my god. Oh my goodness, right? I did not realize how badly I needed Marvel Tokon until I had my hands on that beta. Wow. Right? Because here's the thing. If you know anything about me, you would probably know that I personally, when I see a trailer or a teaser for a game that's not going to be out for a little while, I usually do my best to tune that game out completely. Unless it's something major, obviously, like Kingdom Hearts 4 or Final Fantasy 7 Revelations or whatever, right? Like, those are very big mainstays. And obviously, like a Sonic game, there are very certain games that I will always keep my eye on and talk about, right? Pokemon. But, like, when it comes to very certain games and I'm like, yes, like that looks awesome, that looks great, but it's kind of far away, so I'm gonna put it out of my mind so that the next time I do see it, it's probably gonna be a lot closer and I'm gonna be hyped all over again, right? That is precisely what I'm experiencing with Marvel Tokon, right? Because I saw it during that, I think it was a State of Play that they showed it off at, probably around last year, no, how long ago was that? It was, I remember I was doing it, I was recording my reaction to that State of Play when I had my setup for Legends EA, which means it was like last year in like October or something, or November. And I saw that and I'm like, oh my god, that looks amazing, that looks great, that's so cool. And then I didn't think about it ever again. Like, I literally, I completely put it out of my mind, right? Just been playing the hell out of Rivals and stuff like that, just, just biding my time, not thinking about it. I think a closed beta happened, I don't even remember, don't know. That open beta that they had, I caught it second day. I was like, oh, I didn't know that the beta was out, let me try that sucker right now. Oh my god. I was like, all right, I'm going to play a little bit, maybe get a little bit of footage, whatever, and then I'm going to call it a day. I not only got stupid invested in the way that they're handling the story mode, I love the comic book art style that they're doing with the story mode, and the way that they're utilizing these characters is so much fun and so seemingly accurate. A lot of people are very, very happy with Josh Keaton's Spider-Man right now, and that's amazing, right? And next to that, just everything about it, the Arc System's just sauce that it's got to it, with its style, with its art, with its movement, right? How it feels is all just wonderful. It blended together so wonderfully. I'm like, wow, like this is awesome. And my buddy's calling me up. He's like, yo, we can play multiplayer. Like, we can play together in this beta. Are you game? I'm like, yeah, we got to do that. Let's run a few. We ended up playing for hours. And I'm like, oh my god. I gave that man the ass whooping of a lifetime. In all fairness, it was only our first few games. Neither of us labbed much at all. So we were just going through the motions, just learning every character that we could. He was specifically playing Magic. I was specifically... right now, I'm a Star-Lord main. Which is funny, because, like... not even the primary reason I picked up Star-Lord like that is because Star-Lord is my main and rival. So I figured, let me see if that crosses over. Let me see if that bleeds in. It absolutely does. Star-Lord is my dude. You know what I'm saying? That's that dude, Peter Quill. That's my big dog, right? So we played for hours, and we're just testing out combos, figuring out the system, how to change and things like that. And it's like, whoa. This is truly incredible. this is so much fun. The next day, we got our other homie on. We're all just beating each other's asses the entire day. We're just playing, enjoying our time. I get back home that night after work. We're playing as much as we can up until the final moments of the beta. When I tell you, me and my buddy, we were playing up until the literal final stretch, the final minute of the beta. I was about to win. I hit him with one final ult. And as soon as Star-Lord was about to land the final shot, it disconnected completely. I was devastated. I was losing my mind. I was like, no way we couldn't even finish out our fight. I mean, granted, it was over anyway. It doesn't really matter that much at the end of the day. It's just really funny to see like how invested we were, to the point where we played up until the last possible second just to test whether or not it would boot us out or if it would let us finish out, and it didn't even let us finish out. God, right? And you know, I'm at the point now where I'm considering the Ultimate Edition. And mind you, I haven't bought an Ultimate Edition of a game since Sparking now, I believe. Yeah, since Sparking 0. And, you know, I definitely don't regret that, personally. I think Sparking 0 is still a phenomenal game. It just got its update. I'm literally going to go play as soon as I wrap this up. I'm going to go try out all the new modes, all the new characters. I'm sure I have to buy the update. I actually don't know if that... I don't know what that update entirely entails. I can't lie to you. But I want to play it. So I'm going to hop in and just see what's got going on. But, like, the fact that this game has me considering an Ultimate Edition, it speaks volumes. Because, you know, things are pricey nowadays. Okay? And I'm really thinking about it, just to have alternate colors, alternate skins, just more stuff, more content. Now, granted, you know, it's not the most important stuff in the world to get all that. I could easily survive without it. But it's like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be at the point where I'm so invested in that game that I may as well. But I don't know. I may change my mind. We still have about a week until the game comes out. So we'll see how I truly feel. You know, payday's gonna be a different matter. That's what's really gonna determine how I feel about it, right? So we'll play that situation by ear. But as of right now, I think it's safe to say that I am having Tokon Withdrawals. I want to play that game again so bad. It's so interesting, right? I like learning, and I like, you know, I don't mind losing, right? But man, there was just something about going online and going on to ranked for the first time, getting completely spanked by a Spider-Man. And you know, when you're a real one like that, when you've been playing games your entire life, you get that feeling every now and again when you get frustrated enough where you need to move something, like whether it's you or a controller into the wall, right? Now, obviously, you know, I don't actually break my controllers or anything like that. I'm not a little kid anymore, right? But to have that feeling after you lose, to have to like stand up and just like pace, it's not often that I get that feeling with a fighting game like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Granted, I don't play them as much as I used to, but with Tokon, I was so locked that I felt that way heavier, right? Especially when there were moments during those fights where the skill gap wasn't even that far apart. The Spider-Man one, I wasn't too mad about. He's been playing Marvel vs. Capcom or something right before that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not too mad about that. But there were skill gaps that weren't too far off from mine, and I almost had them, and I couldn't clutch it, right? So, you know, it's just, I'm just thinking about Marvel Tokon and just how much general potential it has as a fighting title. Like, it's just so... I mean, okay, I know a lot of people played it on PC, because I know, you know, the massive, like, PlayStation boycott is happening right now, so I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to comfortably get that on PlayStation. I might opt to get it on PC, or if I can find a disc drive, I can get that at least so I have a physical game or a physical version of it, right? But I'm just so enamored with it, and I just want to play it more. And that's the thing, like, Marvel games truly are a glitch in the system. Like, it is an infinite money glitch if they're taken care of properly. And then when they have, like, the proper sauce, they're properly taken care of, they're properly updated, and we have enough general content to last us, they can last forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to Marvel in particular, there's just so many unique things that they could do with it. And, you know, the way the Arc system is cooking, they are getting very unique and very original with the way they're handling all of their characters and stuff like that. So it's looking to be a lot of fun, and it's looking to be a very varied roster. I can't wait to see all of the different characters that are going to show up. I don't want to talk about it here because I want to make a dedicated video talking about my wish list of characters that I really want to see. I know that there are some confirmed characters probably based on the fact that we have them as little avatar lobbies. I'm probably gonna still throw them in there anyway, just because, you know, I want to make sure, you know, it's known that I want those characters. But like, for example, like Daredevil, I need to see what Daredevil moves like in this game, because Jesus Christ, the way these characters are moving, there's an art style that I want to see for these characters, and there is a you know, a certain way I want to see them fight. You know, Doctor Strange and Daredevil are the two, like, I want to see kind of the most, and almost right up there with them is Wanda. I want to see Wanda so bad, it's not even funny, right? So again, we'll talk more about that in the dedicated wish list video if anybody's interested in that. I'm sure you guys will definitely have your wish list of characters that you want to see as well. Or maybe we'll have very matching wish lists. We'll see what happens. But regardless of all of that, Marvel Tokon is so good that I'm having withdrawals, and I'm antsy to get back into it. And I've, you know, thankfully I can be patient because the game is not that far away. My problem currently is how I'm actually going to end up getting the game, because I know we're not supposed to be buying PlayStation games because they treat us like shit. But I've got a digital PlayStation, so unless I can get my hands on a disc drive anytime soon, you know, it's cooked. So I'm gonna try, though. I'm gonna try this upcoming week. That's gonna be my first major mission, is to get a disc drive and then get a physical copy of Marvel Tokon so that I can have the physical copy of it, right? First and foremost. If I can't do that, if I can't find a disc drive in a reasonable amount of time, then I am just going to opt for PC. And what was scary about the PC version, to my understanding, is that it was not properly optimized. However, the Tokon team themselves did say, don't worry, here's all the things that we're going to make sure to update by the time that the game is fully released. And it was a lot of like optimization situations and, you know, just inputs and stuff like that. It's just a bunch of stuff that's going to get properly updated by the time that we get our hands on it. And it does appear to be crossplay, thankfully. So, you know, worst case scenario, I'll definitely be able to play with my homies no matter what. But if I can just get it on a console, that would be ideal. It just sucks that PlayStation is the way that they are right now, and it is hurting, you know, it's hurting franchises like this. It's hurting games and developers like this, because they deserve a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Especially because this game is coming out on a physical, to my understanding, a physical disc, right? So, you know, that's great. That's amazing. I hope that the physical sales completely outdo the digital sales. That's the entire point, right? So, I'm going to do my best to get my hands on this game no matter what. If it's not going to be on PlayStation, it's going to be on PC. Primarily if I can't get a disc drive, because if I can get a physical copy, that's all that matters to me. Otherwise, it is what it is. But we'll play that one by ear. But overall, I'm so excited for this game, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. I know that beta definitely changed a lot of people's minds. It definitely has a lot of sauce to it. Its art style is absolutely phenomenal. The music is insanity. Like, some of the riffs that I heard while playing the game with my homies, I was like, oh my god, like, they went crazy in the studio, right? And then all of the voice clips, all the voice lines, all of the different animations, all of the different combos that you could pull off. I do have my one gripe with the game, but again, I'll talk about that in like kind of my good and bads. I'll make like a good and bads list for Marvel Tokon, right? And you know, just to make it clear, you know, I'm not like super fighting game savvy like that to know, like, you know, specific frame datas and stuff like that. And there's certain like techniques and fighting game slang that I don't fully know. I'm definitely gonna end up learning a lot of them during my time with Marvel Tokon, because this is probably the next fighting game that I'm just going to invest most of my time in before I inevitably get into Street Fighter 6 for Tifa. So, but you know, that's a story for another time. But for now, Marvel Tokon is extremely good. If you haven't played it yet, or if you didn't get the chance to play the beta, you know, hopefully you get your chance to check it out when it does come out officially. Maybe a friend will have it, or maybe a demo of some sort, or a trial or whatever, just so that you can check the game out for yourself to see what it's like, because I really do think that this game is something insanely special, and I cannot wait for it, because at this point I feel like it's got just as much sauce and potential as Marvel Rivals. Like, dead ass. I'm so serious. And the way Marvel Rivals is right now, I feel like, you know, if I'm investing anything into Marvel, it's gonna be Tokon, right? Ugh, man. It's a good time to be a Marvel fan, brother. It is a great time, man. We got a brand new day this week. Marvel Tokon, you know what I'm saying? We getting the new update, the Age of Ultron update for Rivals too. It's a great time. We're eating kind of good, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, maybe that's just me. So, I've said my piece. I'm passing the mic over in your direction, and I want you guys to tell me everything that you're thinking in the comment section below. Do you agree? Did you have a good time with the Marvel Tokon beta? Were you whooping ass out there? Were you picking a main early as possible? Or are you maybe waiting for the full roster to come out so that you could pick your main? Because we did, there was a couple characters that we didn't have access to, I'm sure. So, you know, maybe you're waiting for the official release to fully, you know, dedicate, you know, your team to. Or are you on the opposing side? Marvel Tokon isn't all that. It's not that special. You don't care for it. And this is something that you don't see yourself picking up or bothering with at all. Tell me everything that you're thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I am always going to be down there with you guys. But with that, yes, ma'am, it does appear to be Skedaddle o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and do exactly that. I'd like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, I'm gone. So, thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor of taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time.